Look up at the night sky. Beyond the stars, there's an invisible cloud circling Earth. Space debris. It's a collection of old rocket parts, dead satellites, and even flecks of paint, all left behind from decades of space exploration. This junk orbits at incredible speeds, over 17,000 miles per hour. Even a tiny paint chip can hit with the force of a bowling ball dropped from a skyscraper. Space junk threatens our satellites, which power GPS, weather forecasts, and global communications. Astronauts on space stations are at risk too. Scientists estimate millions of debris pieces orbit Earth, most too small to see but big enough to cause disaster. When debris collides, it shatters into thousands of new fragments, multiplying the danger. This chain reaction, called the Kessler syndrome, could one day make parts of space unusable. Our modern life depends on satellites now at risk from this high-speed minefield. Protecting them starts with understanding and tracking these hidden dangers. The problem isn't just for scientists. It affects everyone who relies on technology. The first step, see the invisible threats circling above. How do we track millions of fast-moving objects in space? Not with backyard telescopes. Specialized satellites act as our eyes in orbit, equipped with powerful sensors. They use radar, sending radio waves that bounce off debris, revealing distance, size, and speed. Optical telescopes onboard spot sunlight, glinting off even tiny fragments. By snapping rapid images, computers track moving points of light and predict their paths. Some satellites orbit low, close to the busiest regions. Others scan from higher up for a wider view. Together they form a global network, monitoring space debris around the clock. Every new object is logged in a massive database. This database is crucial for keeping satellites and astronauts safe. Without this constant surveillance, our space infrastructure would be at constant risk. These sentinels are our first line of defense. They help us see and avoid the dangers above. Tracking debris is just the start. Now comes the cosmic dance to dodge disaster. Data from tracking satellites flows into control centers, where computers predict future positions of debris and satellites. When a close call is detected, a conjunction assessment, experts decide if action is needed. If the risk is high, they command satellites to fire thrusters, nudging them out of harm's way. Each maneuver uses precious fuel and must be calculated precisely to avoid new risks. Hundreds of these avoidance moves happen every year. It's a delicate balancing act, keeping satellites safe without shortening their lifespans. This behind-the-scenes work keeps our global systems running smoothly. Without it, a single collision could disrupt everything from navigation to communication. The cosmic dance is ongoing, silent, and essential. It's how we keep the space above us safe. What happens when the system fails? In 2009, we found out. An American satellite, Iridium-33, and a defunct Russian satellite, Cosmos 2251, collided over Siberia. Neither could maneuver to avoid disaster. The impact, at 26,000 miles per hour, shattered both into thousands of new debris pieces. Instantly, over 2,000 trackable fragments and countless smaller ones were created. The debris cloud threatened other satellites and the International Space Station. This collision was a wake-up call. Space junk is a real, growing danger. It showed that luck isn't a strategy. Better tracking and cooperation are essential. Since then, agencies share data and coordinate avoidance maneuvers more closely. The 2009 crash proved that one collision can trigger a chain reaction. It's a stark reminder. The risks above are real and urgent. We must act to prevent history from repeating itself. The unsung heroes of space are those tracking and managing debris. Their vigilance protects everything from weather forecasts to astronaut missions. Space is a limited resource. If we let it fill with junk, we risk losing access for future generations. As more satellites launch, the need for better tracking and responsible behavior grows. New missions are testing ways to capture and remove dangerous debris. Keeping space safe is a global responsibility. By tracking and cleaning up, we secure humanity's future in orbit. The silent satellites above are symbols of our determination to protect the cosmos. Thanks to them, we can keep reaching for the stars. The path ahead stays clear. if we remain vigilant.